and it's 10 o'clock, and Sifu is here. He has joined us. We all know
Sifu!
each other. We all know
Patrick.
each other from CLA, and the master of CLA is coming on after Sifu, so you will all get to meet Jose later. But for right now, thank you so much, Patrick. As always, it is absolutely a pleasure having you on here, and we will see you next month as well at Authentic Leaders.
Oh, guess, hey, you can pray for me a little bit because next month I'm doing a seminar in India.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
where in India? Which day? Are you going to be available on the 13th?
Mumbai or something like that.
Oh, nice. Mumbai, nice.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
So it's it'll be exciting and challenging at the same time.
Of course, we're pray. All of us are prayers here. Is that right?
All righty. Thanks for having me on today, guys. You know, the goal of anything that we do, Marianne, Nikki, Sifu, anybody, the goal that we have is to impart something back to you that you may not have known before today,
Mhm.
that you can use in your business, in your life, in your family, to connect with people and have a better life. That's our goal.
Thank
Have
you
a great
so much.
day.
And I posted in Facebook all of his links. So thank you again, Patrick.
All
Have
right.
yourself a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. And Sifu.
All right. Hey, Sifu, glad to see you, dude. Awesome.
Likewise, my friend. Likewise.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye. Sifu, thank you so much for joining us. I know you didn't even need me to read a bio. As it turns out, I don't have anybody's bio. So I think this is fantastic. So I'm just going to introduce you as the amazing Sifu, and I will let Sifu tell you all about himself. Sifu comes to us from, is it Farmingdale, New York?
Yes, it is. Look at you.
Look at me trying to remember that. And Sifu and I are regular partners in the bank code. And so we became our accountability partners through that company because we were both taking this course at the same time. And then we continued, and now we're going to be partners in a venture. I think we should mention that venture. I think we're almost ready to talk a little about it to
Sure.
2025, or maybe even earlier, who knows. But yes, and Sifu he is the owner of a 10,000 square foot dojo in Farmingdale. So anyone close to Farmingdale, go work out at his place. But you know, and that's just one thing that he does. He does like 20,000 other things with his 58,000 podcasts and whatnot. Sifu, I will stay quiet.
Wow. Marianne, what can I say? Love you, girl. I mean, you're amazing yourself. And so many accolades I can say for you. And then I don't have all day, but we could, right? So I want to share with you, and thank you for having me here. Mindset mastery. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. Oneself. It's about you, my friends. So this is a quote by Leonardo da Vinci. So I want to explore what mastery really means and how it can begin in our minds. It is said that radio became, and I love this quote, theater of the mind. Back in the day, when you had to imagine as the radio personalities would come on and they would tell stories. I recall sitting in Colombia as a little child around the radio. It was usually in the afternoons, and imagining what they were saying. I was picturing, you know, the mountainsides or the cabin or the horses they were riding and all the stories they were saying. And it brought us all together. And that was a beautiful thing. We would interpret it in our own way and discuss it further and even laugh at some of the interpretations that we thought and what we initially came up with. So once again, Marianne, thank you so much for allowing me to share my thoughts and my ideas with you and your audience. I am blessed to know you. So I do have my own definition of a master, as I'm sure you have as well. I believe a master is someone who has become proficient in a skill through years of dedication, practice, and learning. To me, a true master often begins as an apprentice, like I did, repeating simple tasks, truly simple, and learning from the mistakes. Mastery, true mastery, takes time, and it doesn't happen by accident, my friends. It does not, or inheritance. You're not born with mastery. It's a skill. So I've been practicing Kung Fu for about 49 years, and in some people's eyes, they see me as a master. Yet in my own defense, I'm a white belt that never quit. Therefore, I look to learn every single day. The power of a true master lies not only in what they accomplish, but in the people they inspire. Every day, my goal is to help someone. It's how they share their knowledge. They lift others up and empower others to reach their own potential. Think about this. Albert Einstein didn't keep his discoveries to himself. He shared them with the world. And so many other masters have. His mastery wasn't about self-glorification. It was about contributing something meaningful and helping others expand their horizons. I will ask you some questions, and you can chime in or put it in the chat, or even Marianne, you can chime in if you like. But mastery is not a destination. Let me say that again, as it needs to land for you. Mastery is not a destination. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. It's the willingness to grow, to learn, and to uplift others along the way. Whatever you're passionate about, bring the mindset of a master to it. Approach it with humility, dedication, and the willingness to become better every day. And remember, true mastery begins within. Just like the quote I shared with you earlier. What is a master, you may be asking yourself? I've asked that myself thousands of times. What makes that person so special? So when we think of mastery, we might picture someone at the height of their skill, a craftsman, a musician, an innovator, someone whose talents seem almost otherworldly. But here's the truth. Every master began as something else. Every skilled person you admire once started as a beginner, fumbling with the basics. A master doesn't start as a master. They become one. You can become one. Just like a man doesn't start as a man. I didn't start as a Sifu. We all start somewhere. A man starts as a boy, just as a woman starts as a girl. So mastery is a transformation, a journey. It's not a title we inherit. It's a process we commit to. And that happens over time. The road to mastery is long, and it's often invisible to those looking from the outside. But inside, just like it has been for me, mastery is a powerful calling, a fire that burns from within, something that you don't even know you're attaining. You just have a passion. There's a common myth that mastery is somehow inherited. Or simply comes naturally to some people. We look at artists, athletes, thinkers, and believe They were born gifted, born masters, but no one was ever born a master. But nothing could be further from the truth. The truth is mastery requires hours upon hours of practice. It is said that to master something, you have to do it 10,000 times. And I don't believe that. Because some people can do something for 10,000 hours and they may be doing it wrong. So therefore, they need guidance as well. So a willingness to be humbled by failure and resilience to push forward when others may give up. Think about a master violinist. When they were young, the sounds they produced, their parents might have gone, "Oh my God, that is hurting my ears." That instrument were probably squeaky sounds that came out, scratchy, even unpleasant. But they kept going, driven by something deeper, because mastery starts not in the hands or the voice or the body, but listen to this, in the mind. In the mind. Mastery begins with a choice, a decision to pursue something wholeheartedly. This is the mindset of mastery. So, what is the mindset of a master? It is a mindset of passion, of resilience, and of humility. It begins with a passion, a fire that ignites when we find something we truly care about, something that captures our curiosity and drives us to explore. This passion keeps us going through the early days, when sometimes my passion wakes me up in the middle of the night. It could be 2:30 in the morning. I mean, and I can't go to sleep until I get this out. I have to start writing. When our skill is raw and refined, when we progress, sometimes that can be slow. And then comes resilience. A master knows there will be a moment of failure, moments when they feel like giving up. How many times have you thought, I can't do this anymore? Right? We've all gone through it. But then you go deeper. And the difference between a master and an amateur is that the master doesn't walk away. They don't walk away. They may take a step back. Instead, they lean into the challenge. They see failure as an opportunity to learn, to grow. With each setback, they refine their skill, taking one more step towards mastery. And their goal, truly, my goal has never been to be a master. It never, and it still has not been. Finally, a master has humility. They don't think of themselves as better than others. They don't need to. They understand that there is always more to learn. That mastery truly is a journey without an end. Think about humility. It allows us to remain open to growth. A master may become highly skilled. Think about the masters you've encountered or admired. Maybe you have not really met a master. Maybe you've watched them from afar. Maybe you haven't had a conversation with one. They're approachable. All you have to do is take the fear out and just go have a conversation with them. If they're not approachable, I'm going to tell you, they're not a master. And that's how I see it. Have you ever heard them boast about their skills? No. Have they ever needed to tell you how good they are? Let me ask you that. Have you ever heard a master tell you how amazing they are? A real master doesn't have to. The answer is likely no, because a true master doesn't need to. They don't. They don't need to proclaim their expertise. Their work speaks for them. Their skills are evident in their actions, in the quiet confidence they carry, in the respect they have for others on their own journeys. Every day we have a choice. What are we doing with our day? A master doesn't put others down or seek to elevate themselves above others. I've never seen a master put themselves, even climb on a pedestal. In fact, the true power of a master lies in the people they inspire, in the ways they lift others, the way they lift them up. A master teacher, for example, does not simply teach. They don't teach a subject. They instill a love for learning in their students, a desire to grow beyond, way beyond what their teacher has achieved. For me, my goal as anyone I teach, I want them to be way better than me. And I tell them that. I said, listen, you need to practice, you need to do your due diligence because I need you to take over. You're my future. And they're a little taken back when I say that. The greatest joy a master often comes to realize is from their own success. But that truly is not it. Their true success comes from seeing others flourish because of their influence. Albert Einstein did not keep his findings locked away. He shared them with the world, offering his insights and discoveries so others could expand on them. As a martial artist, I know a lot of people, they go, Bruce Lee, and maybe he was an actor and so forth, but Bruce Lee didn't just practice martial arts. He created a martial art. He did this in solitude when he was laid up in a bed. He taught his philosophy, inspiring countless others. Even in death, he still has his writings, his teachings are still being taught today. Wow, that is hugely fundamental as a master, to have other people continue to follow in your philosophy in the footsteps that you left. Think about the strength and discipline within each master. These masters understood that mastery is a gift, and a gift becomes meaningful only when shared with others. Mastery isn't just about a particular skill. It's about, for me, it's a way of living. And I hope it becomes a way of living for you. A way of approaching everything we do with focus, purpose, and dedication. When you adopt the mindset, you have to truly understand to start to approach every task, every challenge as an opportunity for you to grow. You see setbacks. Not as a blockage. You see them not as failures, but as steps. It's a step in the process. This mindset that we're talking about, doesn't just apply to one area of your life or my life or Marianne's life. It's something that can shape your relationship, your work, your personal growth. A person with the mindset of mastery is always, and I mean always, striving to become a better version of themselves. Every day I ask myself, how can I do what I did yesterday better? Even if it's by a tiny fraction. Because I don't want to live the same day I lived yesterday. Even yesterday was an incredible day. I want a different day today. So whether that means deepening your compassion, becoming more effective in your communication skills, or mastering a craft, in this sense, mastery isn't a destination. It's not, let me say that again. Mastery is not a destination. It should become a lifestyle. It's a commitment to excellence that permeates everything we do. True mastery, as much as the inner journey as it is about the outer accomplishments, this journey requires us to face our fears, our insecurities, our impatience. And yes, it's easy to become impatient when you're trying to achieve something. Don't give up. Don't give up. True masters never give up. True mastery asks us to confront the parts of ourselves that resist growth and change in the quiet moments. Those are the moments that a master looks inward and asks, what can I learn from this? Ask yourself that. You should ask yourself every day, even if you don't do it in the middle of the day, at the end of your day, what did I accomplish today? What did I learn? What can I change? Even if you thought it was perfect, to me, nothing is perfect. Therefore, I continue to work on a subject, a project, myself. You see, real masters, they realize that the journey to mastery isn't about defeating others. It's about conquering their own limitations, their doubts. It's about a lifelong pursuit of self-discovery, of pushing the boundaries of what they thought was possible. When somebody tells me, Sifu, you can't do that. Usually, my response, quiet, is simple. Watch me. Watch me. I don't have to say it to them, but my actions will reflect that. And in the long run, I will prove them wrong. Think about a watchmaker for a minute, a true craftsman of time itself. What? A time maker. Somebody who is a craftsman. So becoming a master watchmaker takes years. It doesn't take 10,000 hours. It may take way longer than that, sometimes even decades. It's a path that requires a sharp eye, steady hands, and extraordinary practice. For a master watchmaker, even the tiniest detail matters. Every cog, every spring, every delicate wheel must be crafted, fitted exactly with precision. A tiny misalignment in a single component and the entire mechanism can fail. For a watchmaker, Their journey to mastery begins by learning the basics. This is true apprenticeship. Understanding the anatomy of a watch, identifying the purpose of each part, and learning how they work together. Wow. Apprentices often start by disassembling the watches. They take them apart. And then they have to put them together, studying how they function and putting them back together again and again, and sometimes hundreds of times. They may work with different types of watches. And I'm not talking about these digital watches. I'm talking about real timepieces. Think about it, timepieces. Through these repeated motions, they develop a deep understanding of the intricacies of the craft. They don't simply make watches. They learn to feel the rhythm of each timepiece, to breathe life into a mechanism so that it keeps perfect. I mean, I know there's no such thing as perfect, but I got to tell you, those are so close. Here are two examples of watches that many will never feel in their hands or even see due to the craftsmanship and the price point. I'm going to share with you two incredible watches, and it's going to blow your mind. Are you ready? The Graf Diamonds Hallucination. Take a guess. This is one I would love to take a guess for people. How much do you think this watch is? It's the Graf Diamonds Hallucination watch. Who's ready for the answer? $55 million. It blows your mind. $55 million. You're thinking, how many houses can I buy? Can I buy with that? How many cars can I have? How many vacations can I have? There's another watch. It's also by Graf. It's Graf Diamonds, the Fascination watch. It is $40 million. Another one blows your mind. Another well-known watchmaker is the Patek Philippe. People are not fascinated by these watches. I'm going to tell you why so many people love watches. It's not the watch. It's the prestige these fine watches represent. That's what they're going for. This is the mindset of mastery, the willingness to challenge oneself again and again, to strive for growth, even when no one is watching. It's an integral part of our lives, a fire that burns brighter with each step taken, with each failure faced, with each triumph celebrated. As we think about mastery, I invite each of you to consider your own lives. What are you passionate about? What skills or qualities do you want to cultivate? Remember, mastery doesn't happen overnight. Currently, I picked up a guitar. I have one hanging in both of my offices so that whenever I go to my office, my guitar's in, I have to pick it up. It's hanging on my wall. It became art. Now, in 30 years from now, I don't know if I will be a master. It is not up to me to decide. It is up to the people who hear me play it. Again, it is not up to me to decide if I am a master at that skill, but I will only become skilled at it if I continue to pick it up. I got two of them so that I always would be reminded every time I'm in front of it to pick it up and continue to build on that skill. But with the right mindset, you can begin your own journey towards mastery. Today, maybe it's your work, maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's a hobby, just like I just told you I picked up. Something you love, whatever it is, I challenge you to approach it with the mindset of a master. Approach it with passion, humility, and resilience. Strive for excellence, not for recognition, but for the sheer joy that you feel, for the growth. And know that as you walk this path, you're joining the ranks of countless others who have walked it before you. People who step by step turn their passion into their life's work. And so, in doing so, you too can become a master. In the end, mastery isn't about what you achieve, it's about who you become. Let me say that again. It's about who you become. It's about the deep transformation we undergo, the resilience we build, the wisdom we gain. So go forward with the mindset of a master. Embrace your passions, my friends. Accept the challenges that are put before you and allow yourself to grow. Remember, true mastery is not about being the best. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. I would like to have you recall how I started this whole topic. It's about you. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. And remember, that was by Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Marianne. Oh, I am so blessed to be here with you, my dear.
Thank you so much, Sifu, as always, so amazing. Did you, sorry, I had to, someone's texting me because we need to change some more times. It's like we have to always be prepared for everything. Did you mention your childhood and I don't want to say it just in case you have, if you haven't, I just wanted
All
you.
I mentioned is that I enjoyed listening to the radio and the stories that I was imagining because we didn't watch a TV when I was a child, right?
What about
You
the
know,
Disney's had?
back 300 years ago when there was only radio stories and you had to imagine like sitting around the campfire. And so we did use the theater of our mind.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants to know more about me, we can do different things, and we're going to be doing so. But think about the mastery in ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's with our imagination, and we can become anything that we put our mind to.
And you've mastered so much. Can you please share with them what disease you had when you were younger?
What did I have?
Yeah.
I had so much self-love.
You don't want to say
I
it?
had polio as a kid. I lost the
There you go.
ability to walk,
There
right?
you go. And now
And,
look what he does.
uh,
10,000 square foot dojo.
and I
Kung Fu
train every
master.
day, every day, every day. I have to train because I know what I lost, and I don't want to lose it again. But you know what I've always gained?
Mhm.
Incredible friendships like that gentleman that just joined us. Jose Escobar is in the house.
Jose, prior to you coming in, it was Patrick Tuttle, myself, Nikki Cruz, and then Sifu joined us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're all from the CLA, and we have the master of CLA coming in later.
Blessed to know Jose.
Thank you so much, as always, my brother from another mother, both you and Jose. So here we go, and actually Patrick Tuttle too. It's like, oh my gosh, I love the men in this group, ladies. Are phenomenal. They are what you should aspire to. Now, they all happen to be my brothers, But I'm just telling you, and they're all taken, so they're not up for grabs, ladies. I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm just saying these are some of the most stellar men I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. And for any of, because I do coach a lot of women, any of you ladies that don't know what a great man looks like, come to CLA and see what a great man looks like. So thank you for that, Jose, Sifu, sorry, see, now I'm mixing them all up because they're all my brothers. So this is the way it works. And I'm an only child, so I love adopting my really awesome men in my life and women. And Nikki's my sister for sure. Even though she's got.
Thank you. I'm gonna head out because I'm gonna go. I have a bunch of shows today. Thank
Of
you.
course you do.
Jose, you're gonna kill it. And I'm gonna listen to the replay.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
going to mention this. Stay tuned because we won't have time to talk about it, but stay tuned. Sifu and I are starting an amazing podcast together in 2025. Come talk to either of us if you want to be a guest on it. It's a special one. And that's